Yo, welcome in. So we got a little flare right here. I probably wish I could have streamed, got on a little bit earlier because flare is awesome for this build, actually. But couldn't manage to swing it, so here we are. We do got Trav and Andy coming up, so decided to go ahead with what it was 3 in a row today. Decided to go ahead and rock it. Do you guys think I'm finding Tyrell's Might today? What do you guys think? Found you already. There he is. Perowski, yo. Heck, Perowski, welcome in there. What's going on? Master Baggins, Unlimited, Nick. Eagles fan, what's up? Tyrell's Might's in the chat. Legendary. KC. Templars today? Bro. I don't like your kind of attitude. Cool guy, welcome in. Ooh, Ogrimal, let's go. Artisan's interesting. Yeah, we'll hit this until Trav, and I'm probably just going to do, I was thinking, figuring, for almost every build, I just prefer to do Trav on, like, P3-ish area, so I'll probably do that. Stinking birds. Those birds can actually get you pretty firm bites. Man. So if you guys ever wanted me to come on stream and just complain the whole time, just wait for tomorrow. So I did legs at the gym today, and oh boy, they are feeling away. They feel like I'm going to complain a lot tomorrow. I'm going to be honest. Porker barb for Trav? No. I'll just rock what I got here. It takes too long to fully respec all the gear over to another character, like every hour. You know, you can't really do that. So, I mean, you can. I wouldn't say you can't. It's nothing, no crime against it. But I tried to do that one time to where I would, my quote-unquote premise was that I would respec every hour and grab a character and build what was best for that particular Terra zone, and then I just gave up after like 4 or 5 hours. So I'm like, this is impossible. Bulgarian split. Yeah, I just did regular standard squats. My brain's not working. Hold on a second. Colossus crossbow, interesting. Regular squats, and then I did calf raises, of course. Leg extension, leg curls. And then I just did like 20 minutes of, I did like just 10 minutes incline walk and like 10 minutes on a bike just to kind of keep the legs moving for a little bit after I do the leg stuff. But just that at my deteriorated old age is just oof. Beat declone today. Congratulations on that. Hopefully you got a perfect Annie. Nick. Not really my birthday, but appreciate it. Two minutes until the TZ change, so yeah, we'll just keep hitting these as fast until whatever. 525 deadlift. Not bad. Yeah, I can't squat hardly anything now. It was never super high either. I'm trying to think. I was never like a power lifter, but I did lift pretty solidly for a few years when I was slightly younger. Now if I lift heavy, I would never even try to go super heavy nowadays. If I ever lift heavy ever, within 2 weeks or 3 weeks I have an injury, so I'm like, yep, not doing that anymore. An injury at my age, might as well just send me to the glue factory, you know what I mean? You get the analogy? 185 squats. I mean, it's fine. Like, for almost, for 90% of people, if you're even getting up there, if you're getting close to your body weight, that's pretty much fine. You'll never, you know... If you watch, like, YouTube influencers and stuff, it's constant progression, keep track, you gotta write this, and if you're not putting more weight on the bar, then you need to go back and figure out what you're doing wrong. It's like, you gotta remember, these people are talking about, and I don't know necessarily that, that you follow that kind of stuff, but I kind of fell into it to where, like, these people are talking about, like, if you're really trying to make gains and you're trying to put on mass, you know, like, I'm trying to stay alive, bro. You know, I'm trying to live. David, welcome in. David T. Wicked Ball, what's going on? 1828, a first Annie. Oh my gosh. Love to hear that one, Prowski. Crazy. Last name, what's going on? Claus. KC, what's up? Oh boy, yeah, getting ready for me to, for the next 2 weeks straight, complain. Oh yeah, I was just going to bump this down. For Trav, with most builds, I only do players 3. It could do higher, but then it, you know, then I get bored and annoyed, and, you know, who wants that, right? Do it like this, take everything out, don't have to worry too much. Maybe with a bad roll, the mercenary could end up in a bad spot, but we'll be alright. Let's see what this rolled as. Nope. And nope. Don't forget like button on YouTube. Yeah. So yeah, 185 for a squad anyways. I think that's honestly the most that I did today. I didn't... yeah, that's the most I did today. Did a couple of... I did a few lower than that, and then I put that on, and I did a couple sets at that, and call it a day. Too old.
Yeah, I got emo Phil finally.
Snow Pro coming in with the Slayership. Thank you so much. And yeah, 36 months of Slayership. Appreciate the continued channel support. Thanks for the generosity, Snow Pro. You legend. I feel like there was some more of them around somewhere. There we go. Just one? Huh. That was annoying, Trav. PvP stream? I mean, maybe I'd do one jokingly one time, but... Social media influencer? Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Pretty much. I could be a fitfluencer. Fitting all these tacos in my stomach. Fitting all these beers. No, I'm just joking. Hey, Phil, can you see this message? I cannot see that message, actually. Weird. Just kidding. Mike. Yeah, I can see you. Oh, yeah, so oh, wait. Dang it. So apparently every day I have to hop into chat. My apologies. I probably was missing some... Apparently every day now, every streamer has to, when they hop into their stream, they have to switch their chat. And everyone else, if you want to see the chats, you need to do this too. You have to switch your chat at the top from top chat to live chat. For some reason, YouTube is inherently hiding people's chats on YouTube. I don't know why. But I gotta remember every day now to jump into chat, and then I have to remember to set it so that I can see the chat. It's just a great idea. So sorry, anyone up here who put in a message and I didn't read it. I must have been, you know, it must have been blocked out or whatever, unfortunately. Niels, welcome in. Synthetic, yeah. Did you tell me about that CTA the other day in chat, or I can't remember. Someone else made a CTA the other day, and it was their first one, and they rolled like crazy good. Yeah, glad to hear it. You had to run an Act 5 Mercenary with the character. Which build would you use? I think everyone goes with Frenzy, right? And there are quite a few times that I do use... This is probably the only build that I really actually use the Act 5 Merc on. I don't all the time, of course, as you see. Sometimes I'm just too lazy to go get one, kind of, sort of. But yeah, I actually quite often use Act 5 on this. Because there's not a lot of other opportunities to. That's a pretty good Grand Charm, actually. The maximum on the Lightning Res, the Gold Find's not very high. So it's just a little bit better than a normal, like, max Lightning Res charm. So occasionally I'll throw, like, Lightning Res charms. The Gold Find wouldn't help, but maybe if you're going out to do Uber's Mephisto thing, so yeah. It's, you know, it's alright. It's alright. Nothing I need on single player. Don't do a lot of Gold Find characters, so... When I only need Tyrell's Might. Andy, welcome in. Man, YouTube is so stupid. So stupid. I don't know why they just intentionally make everything worse. all the time. This is degenerate. Guess I have to watch you on my alt YouTube account if you want to be part of the chat. No, I see you now, Mike. I don't know why. Oh, wait. Oh, this is your other... You say the Mike one here is your alt one, huh? Yeah, because Mike 90, 67, 9 or whatever. Yeah, I can see you there. I don't know why... Oh, no, degenerate. I do see you now up above. So if you are on your regular account, I can see that now. I just have to... maybe I started to say when I mentioned something or maybe... or whatever, but I have to remember every time I go on to stream now, I have to switch my chat from this stupid other YouTube setting over to live chat. Every time. Because YouTube is bad and dumb. So, real cool. Thanks a lot, YouTube. Oh, jeez. Just absolutely destroyed. Poor guy. Gone but not forgotten, Emilio. Gone but not forgotten. Yeah, lurking fed. I did fix it now. Did fix it now. Is this single player? Jesus Prey. Yes. I assume that's Jesus. But yeah, this is offline single player. Yep. Warcry jabs. So the most common place that I ever see people, it's oh, I didn't get my merc back. Act 5 Mala. But you can definitely get them from other places. I think that's I'm trying to think for specifically jabs. That's where I always get them. It's where I see other people always get them, so man, they really spread out awkwardly. Shirt's on. Good luck today. Poor boy. Yeah, shirt's still on. What's going on, Sean? Gary from NC. Logman? Do I play hardcore sometimes? Baggins. Almost never. Essentially never. Just once in a while. Just kind of as a joke. Usually it's on some day when I'm streaming, like on some random Saturday night, because like the kids are gone for something crazy and the wife's like working late or something crazy, and I go buy like a pint of whiskey and it's like, oh, I'm playing hardcore and drinking whiskey, and then I die like right away. So because I'm like half paying attention, like ripping another sip, ripping another sip, and yeah, not a really big hardcore fan. So is this Grail series? Yeah, it kind of is a Grail series, kind of is casually magic finding. So it's kind of both. So I started this Holy Grail like literally years ago. I found every single item in the Grail except for Tyrael's Might, and I've been just blasting. You know, I do YouTube content creating full time. I stream like 3 or 4 days a week. I've been blasting D2 for 2 straight years, not finding Tyrael's Might. So it's been almost 2 years now that my last item on the Grail has been just Tyrael's Might for like almost 2 straight years. Oh, there was an unidentified J-mod there. I looked right at it, and then I started talking about and started thinking about how mad I am that I haven't found Tyrael's Might in 2 years, and then I forgot about it. Whoops. Galzar had a family. I know, right, Fed? What's going on, Kurlask? Welcome in. Ooh, that coffee is just tasting good. Best build to farm a torch? I'm just going to say the standard Uber Smiter. You could say a fully decked out Mosaic Assassin, I suppose, and some other things, but tried and true Uber Smiter. So the Warcry Javs, this is where people usually go to get them. They'll shop here, look like this. Other stuff can actually have Warcry on it too, but they have weird requirements, so people just look at these real quick. And then you can like jump through a portal and come back, or leave town and come back. Most people do it like, because you're closer to Mala. Just get a whole book. Shop real quick. How lucky can I get? Get some right now? No. I'm not going to do them forever, but there you go. How many fake Tyraels? I've found 10 fake Tyraels so far. Just 10. Finally got my first Pally torch after 15 Ubers, says Frank Weber. Congrats on that. Yeah, I had everyone, well, not everybody always, but, whoa. Actually, the last time I was playing single player, I think I only did 8 Uber runs and I got all 7 different torches, but this time it took me almost 40 Uber runs to get an Amazon torch, and I just wanted like one of each, you know? And I just kept it was like Sork, Pally, 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 Sork, 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 Pally, Assassin, Sork, Pally, Pally, Pally. But I'm like on single player, so I'm like, no! No! It's kind of awkward complaining about getting all Pally and Sorceress torches, I know, but... awkward! Oh boy, so David asked for a kicks-in for Ubers. What would be the best, up Goblin Toes, or... Jeez, I don't play kicks-in like ever, so I don't know. Unfortunately, I can't help you with that. Man. Okay, fine. We'll give him a potion. We'll give him one. Torque hiding in here by himself, trying to get away. Ya bum. Ya bum. Snipe, welcoming. GG pair of claws, 3 to Phoenix Strike last week. So was it like a claw for a mosaic, like a 3-socketed 3 to Phoenix Strike greater claw or something? I would assume is what you're getting at. Lurking saying, rich people problems, yeah. Complaining about getting too many Pally torches. But on single player, yeah. It's tough, you know, you don't really get rich on single player. Io got me good. Good old Grimhelm, though. That's a classic. Lots of stuff to look at here. We'll start off with the Grimhelm. How to roll. 16. Not a huge deal either way. So kind of a not used a lot anymore, but was clutch on those Amazons and everything back in the day, am I right? Good old Vamp Case. Still a good item, though, with that damage reduction, all that good stuff. Some Malps, welcome in. Little stuff to look at. Oh, I heard he took out one of those, and I heard, oh, and I thought that was my Mercenary. Thunder Daddy got his materials from Easy Andy. Yeah, I'm hoping. I would gladly. I'm not at the point in my D2 career where I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna run TZ Andy because it's too easy to get Tails Might that way. I definitely am not at that point. Elegant Blade. What is this? It's like Hexfire or something? Oh, Blood Moon. Oopsie. Not the right one. You ever want Blood Golem charges, huh? Might as well grab the gold so I can gamble for Teros Might. I wish Shillelaghs... If I'm not mistaken, I think staffs that are magic can't roll with enhanced damage. I wish they could. Blizzard, make the change. Or Microsoft, I mean. Staffs should be able to roll with enhanced damage. Don't do it. Ooh. Raced, welcome in this non-live. This is offline single player EVX. Best place to farm Viper Magi. Your ethereal one broke. Yeah, it's going to be Andariel, I believe. Yeah, I guess Andy on Nightmare. I don't know drop odds wise necessarily what is the highest. I would generally, I don't know which one. If you only want that particular one, yeah, use a drop odds calculator and kind of check it out. It very well could be Nightmare Andy, but generally I would say to farm hell difficulty, because the number of times you've heard people, what I've heard people, and I've seen and I've done to where you you know, you kill Andy in hell difficulty and one of the monsters around drops dead and drops a jaw rune or something. Like, I would not sacrifice that opportunity to farm Nightmare. Unless, you know you can get something pretty quick. Like, you can farm an SOJ for Nightmare Andy in a few hours usually. And it's nasty, but yeah, it's up to you. Pathless said he just checked his chat. It was on top chat. Yeah, and it looks like it always starts off with one of those other, yeah, it always starts off with top chat on instead of live chat. Which, why would you want the random YouTube algorithm to decide what you want to see? Like, it's almost like they put like parental controls on it, but it's automatically inherently turned on for all 40-year-old men. like we're 40-year-old men here, most of us anyways. I'm stereotyping here. 90% of people in here are men 35 or older. We don't need you telling us what we can see. You know, like, yeah, top chat is like what they're automatically filtering out things that they think that people don't want to see, I guess, or something. They tell you what you think you might want to see in the chat. Which is even dumber for me, because they literally have it for my chat too that I'm reading. Which means I can't even see the chat to decide whether it's something that I want to see and respond to or not. Like, it's the worst idea that I'm trying to think of a worse thing that YouTube's ever done. Like a worse idea, like a stupider idea. It's literally the dumbest, so. Oh, Blackhawk's a little, man, I got kids older than you, bro. Welcome in though. Welcome in though. Plus one woman. Yeah, there is the 0.3% of women that watch my videos and stuff too. And we appreciate each and every one of you. My wife, my mom, and like 4 other women. Do appreciate y'all. Shrimp Haven over on Twitch. Another female Diablo 2 Slayer. Nice, nice, nice. Uh-oh. Trying to read chat here. Thanks a lot, chat. Almost took me out. Oh, no! Galzar! Just wrecked. This is only players 3, too. Imagine if it was higher. I'm battle ordering up, too, and everything, so that's wacky. Whoa! You don't say. Those guys are something else. Stinking cursed. It was probably all just because of that one cursed, you know. Good enough. Don't need a dull rune. Why no Hork? I'd have to spend like 20 minutes respecking a character and transferring all the gear over and trying to find where the gear's at. And like, I don't have like 13 single player barbarians and like 13 single player paladins so that I have every build set up exactly how I want it, so I can just like swap to the build instantaneously. So, yep. SD saying, talking about probably YouTube getting worse, and it said, when YouTube sold to Google. You know what? I don't even remember that, like, didn't even think about that. YouTube was not always owned by Google, kind of, sort of. Need that mercenary back. I forgot. I keep forgetting about him. I kind of wish I had the Act 5 Merc on this character, to be honest. Maybe not today, but maybe before my next stream, I'll go get the Act 5 Merc for this character. Because really, the Act 2, it's got the Infinity. It's really mostly just for the damage, the Crushing Blow, and it's a quick base and stuff. But sure, you get the Baby Lightning damage boost, but not really worth it. Pathless. Kind of a known fact. No, little known fact, actually, Pathless. Typically, like, on the average, women play more video games per hour per day than men do. It's true story. But it's not like play video games the way that we're thinking, like this. Usually, there's always, you know, women like Diablo 2, some of them too, but it's like this. You know, it's these games. Monopoly Go and stuff. Whatnot. I don't know what they do, but oh, I didn't get my merc again. I forgot. Well done steak is the best. That is actually well known. That is well known. Heretics is mind game. Oh, I get you. I was about to agree with you until I realized you were being condescending with that. No, I just mean like a lot of, they play a lot of just you know, they don't play on average, you know, once again on average, they don't play games where you're like slaughtering demons and or like, you know, pulling out your Barrett 50 cal and sniping at people, you know. That's not what they enjoy. Generally. Amethyst. Phones don't count as video games? Well, I guess that depends who you talk to. According to the statistic I seen, they did. So, back from Germany, who is Tyrell's Might? I don't know. Someone named Tyrell's Might on here. I'm not sure. I have not found it in the game yet. Adam Davis coming in. I was talking about how I did legs day at the gym and I'm gonna be sore. Says heavy squats keep the aches away. Keeps the aches away. Yeah, I'm the opposite of that. When I lift heavy, I am sore for like ever. It'll be a solid 7 days before I can walk normally again. And then I'll have to go back to the gym again, and then I won't be able to walk again. Oh, a glorious sacred armor. Unfortunately, if I had one more magic vine. Anyone got info on the upgrades to D2R that are supposed to happen? I do not. My update on that is I'll believe it when I see it. But that's just me. I'm just some random guy. Teresek saying she's the exception to like girls that don't like Slayer demons. Ladies. Always exceptions. Yeah. Really, I think it's if more women gave it a chance, they would fall in love with D2 just like we did. Now, I tried, not that I tried or whatever, the old D2 also isn't as quote-unquote like graphic with some of the gore and stuff, because it's just the graphics aren't as good, so you can't even see it. But I tried getting my daughter to play D2, and anytime there was a monster, she's like, oh no! And she wouldn't want to play. I put it on her computer so she could like quote-unquote play it, and anytime I'd go over to see what she was doing, she was always like walking around in town, going up to the vendors like, oh, hello there, I need to buy a new hat, and like pretend like she was playing like shopping or something. So. Josh said he's waiting for his league's draft to come for fantasy football. Yeah, I got one. I forget the days now. The beginning of September, like just before the season starts, and that's really the only league I got nowadays. I wanted to set up a you know, Sweet Phil fantasy football league, but I don't know. I've tried to do it in years past, and it's so hard to like get people to commit and then actually respond when I message them, and then, you know, like, I don't know. Also, I'm trying to set up another bowling league right now too, so I'm messaging people and everyone's just like, nope, can't do it, nope, not interested, nope, like in real life. So And I'm trying to get more quotes for my roof, and yeah, it's crazy. You got yours next Sunday. Best of luck. Pathless is, he says his guess is Mosaic nerf and an Act 6. If there was an Act 6 expansion, I would probably eat my computer. Well done. I would bet large sums of money that they're never going to do an Act 6 for D2R. Large. Gotta remember to drop my gold off at the stash here. Camille Batcher, welcome in. Hello, hello. You bowl, what's your average? I didn't do too bad this week. I'm not great, I'm not terrible. So my average, based on what I bowled this week and what it'll probably be 173. It'll probably just go up a tad. I just started bowling a few years ago, I should say. I think this is my third year bowling. Like, I just do like a winter or a summer league actually. Once a week, Wednesday summer league. But I want to get in a winter league so I can keep bowling and so I don't get worse. I come into every season and I am so inconsistent. It's wow, just wild. So. Jeweler's Wired Fleece with 3 to Dexterity. Thank you for that roll, game, by the way. Thank you. I did not drop off the gold. Great, great, great. Wicked Balls picking up a new puppy today. That's exciting. Small said he had 2 drafts for Fantasy Premier League. What? Each their own, I guess. A very long comment. I'll skim it in a minute, but I do apologize. I'm not going to read that entire comment there on Twitch, by the way. That's way too many words. I'll get to skim it in a second, though. In your opinion, what's the easiest character to finish Hell? Probably the Paladin, I guess. Just the amount of survivability you get from any Pally shield you find around, you know, all that res and stuff. And hammers is so powerful, and there's not much that's immune to magic. And you know, any new players that you know play D2R and they say they went with a Paladin, that they're the ones that are always like, yeah, that wasn't too bad. And there's all the people that start with other characters that are like, wow, this game's tough. So gotta remember to drop the gold off. Nothing else I really want to look at. Ambu, follow me on YouTube. Any advice to get into D2? I haven't played before. You haven't played before? Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's one of those things, if you're just getting into Ambu, don't try to play like what you see streamers doing and stuff. You have to play much differently. You're gonna just, you know, especially at the start of the game, if you see speedrunners or if you see anybody like me having teleport all the time and stuff like that, the game is actually kind of hard. Like if you first start off and you don't know every little trick. So I would say just go slow and just try to enjoy yourself and don't try to compare like what you're doing to like other people. And like if you're commenting on places here and there doing like saying this and that, you know how the internet is. They'll just be like, oh geez, you suck, what are you doing, this and that. Like, so I would say just play through, play slow, just try to enjoy yourself. And yeah, that's about the best advice I can give, I guess. Tyrell's Might saying he sees them, they could destroy Diablo's Soulstone as a quest for a high rune. I don't know. I honestly don't see them ever adding more quests and stuff like that. That'd be just way too much work, and for like little to no financial gain. You know what I mean? You as a corporation, you can't do things that are going to be unprofitable. You can't like, I'm going to do this, and it's going to be unprofitable, but it's going to be way cool. You know. like the shared stash tabs and things like that that they brought to the, you know, that they're bringing to the Chinese server. Like, that's the only reason that I have like any like opinion that maybe they might be bringing that stuff, so we might actually get more stash tabs and stuff, because it's bringing Diablo 2 to China so they can play it in their Chinese version is going to be so incredibly profitable relative to the amount of effort they had to put in to get the game capable of playing in China. So yeah, like bringing the game to an audience of 2 billion people, which obviously 2 billion people aren't going to play Diablo 2, but you know, 5% of them are going to get the game. That's still a lot of copies sold, you know what I mean? So Glope saying any changes to any season would be welcome. Yeah, I'm kind of anti-change guy, so yeah, Alan, shockingly, yeah, I eventually did remember to put the gold down there. Alan Stratu. Cheers, Ambu. Same to you. EVX says I tell my friends that all the time, like just to play slow and try to just enjoy yourself and enjoy like learning along the way and stuff. Yeah. Because obviously, like, if I played that way while I was streaming, it wouldn't really be that exciting at all. But it's fun and exciting when it's your first time playing through, you know what I mean? Just to kind of, ooh, all right. Speaking of exciting, the most god tier item in the game? Yes. Maybe not really, but still cool. Ethereal Gimmer Shreds, 197. I believe they go to 200, right? So yeah, kind of a cool item. Kind of a cool item. Oh, EVX saying you're talking about that any changes would have to be profitable for the company. Gotcha. Yeah, sorry, I mixed that one up. Thorns Paladin still playable in D2R. Playable? I mean, maybe. I never do. I don't know the exact build, the way it would go or whatever. Oh, it goes to 210, poor boy, on the Gimmers. I hate when they roll to weird numbers like that. Like, it's not 250 or some 210. Might as well be like, oh, yeah, no, this one's 217.25 ED is the max on this one. Drink some more coffee real quick. Appreciate you, Northeast. Yeah, at this point, I kind of have a video for almost everything, huh? Ray says a playthrough takes him 2 weeks. That wouldn't make a good stream. Yeah, good call. And you do kind of like different builds and stuff too, like that, right? So I have been thinking maybe at the beginning of next week, maybe I might just do a playthrough or two just to kind of like take a break from railing. The thing is too, though, is that my drop highlight videos are kind of like a staple for my channel too, so if I'm not getting drops, then I'm not getting, oh, drop highlights. Such as this drop highlight, a Geeds Grand Charm, let's go! I'm not going to forget that Geeds back there, but this one's going to be perfect? Not perfect. Not great. Not the worst. Good old Geeds, though. More exciting than a Sunday. More exciting than a Sunday. Play a Thorns Pally with multiple bone breaks. Does it work that way? I've never heard of that before. That you give yourself more and more and more negative physical resistance, and then because you're taking more damage, it reflects more onto the other person? Kinda sounds like it would work. Sometimes in the game, those things don't work the way you think they would sound like they work, but I know I haven't heard of that. Interesting. Does MF work on a find item barb skill? Yes. Yep. The magic find does apply to the items that drop from using item find on a barb, yeah. I just committed to a magic arrow playthrough? No. I'm talking like a playthrough of whatever I want to. Pretty much. Not moving, Galzar. I'm trying to heal you. Yeah, sure. About to take a nap. Enjoy. Naps sound cool. Getting a little behind here. Let me try to catch up on a few of these now. Let's see. Master Baggin saying the first playthroughs of Diablo are fun. When you make mistakes, unlock skills that you don't know. Yeah, it's interesting, right? Gotcha, Swish. She said Mac back in the day did a video on it. Gotcha. Back when he was doing D2 stuff. 2 lives left. Welcome in. Lahil Bodnar saying throw barb time. I played throw barb a few different times. I did my last, was that this season that I did throw barb? For like a full season start, like I went throw barb straight from the get-go. With like magic throwing weapons and stuff, and farmed gear up from there. Poor boy said, if I was anti-change guy, I'd be playing classic. Sorta, yeah. I'm anti-trusting of new change guy. I'm afraid they're gonna make more mosaics and stuff is really the thing, so. Oh, sorry if I missed someone must have asked a comment on a base. Mads Link. Sorry I missed your comment there. Snipe saying the other day, pressure is fine as long as it's ethereal. Yeah, pretty much. If you're talking about an ethereal base like for Infinity, if you're making Infinity, I would at least wait to get an ethereal base, like an ethereal Thresher. You don't necessarily have to have an ethereal man catcher. And I also wouldn't, I wouldn't necessarily say for sure do this, but like if somebody wanted to do it in a Cryptic Axe or a Giant Thresher for their Infinity, I'd be like, yeah, that's fine. For the most part, you'll never know the difference, so. Already have an Infinity in a Skithy. A Scythe? Scythe? I love calling it a Skithy. It's probably my favorite one. It's not as cool as Ogre, but it's up there. Good luck on the runs. Depondus, or Depondux, appreciate you. Uh-oh. What time is it? 1:38. Got 20 more minutes to TZ Andy. Yeah, don't forget to smash that like button. ATX, you know it. Now I understand the comment from before. Now I see what you're getting at. Indica says CV is even fine. Yeah, in general, it pretty much it depends on the circumstance, I guess. Just the strength requirement, and a lot of times though, if you're making Infinity, you usually already have a Andes that has 30 to strength on it, inherently. So, but I feel like if you're online, maybe I would wait at least for a Thresher. I'd probably do Thresher or whatchamacallit, because just for the trade value wise, like if you ever do want to trade it, people, if you have it in like a base that's suboptimal, people just be like, oh, you have an absolute garbage Infinity that's useless. You're like, yeah, okay. Crash Yo Yo Yo. Welcome in. T-Foss said he's literally got an Ethereal Cryptic Axe with 4 open sockets just waiting for its infinity. You got that soon, I'm sure of it. Sir saying 20 minutes away from Unid Sacred Armor drop. Hopefully. At least get some hype, huh? Got a Griffins, Tiago said, from yesterday's TZ Andy. Congrats. Will you stop moving? These guys are as bad as the Carvers when you kill one of them and they all run away. Oh, I didn't mean to click that one. I meant to click the the cornet there. I didn't miss nothing, did I? Guess not. Favorite flavor at Wingstop? Cool guy Chris. I have never been to Wingstop before. I don't really go out to eat that much. I do a lot of home cooking myself, to be honest. Oh. Back-to-back days of Immortal King's Armor's pulse right there. Back-to-back days. Devastating. You know what that means, though? Tyrrells might come in later. Now, most of the time if I go out to eat, I don't know what Wingstop, like, fully is, the place, like, what am I trying to say? I don't know if it's like... I always go to like sports bar-y type places, you know, 40 TVs and whatever, and, you know, reasonable beer and stuff, so yeah. I don't know if Wingstop is like that, but usually that's why I always hit, like Buffalo Wild Wings or something. They got their own Buffalo Wild Wings like beer that they have brewed for them that's like $4 or $3 for a tall one or something ridiculous like that. So the favorite home cooking, I don't know. I'm not really a chef. I just like, I cook some of this, I cook some of that, and I eat it, you know. Like, I don't make some fancy meals, and I don't need those fancy cars in restaurants. I'm just a old country boy. Name that movie. I'm not used to all the bright lights of the fancy city. Burgers and brats? Yeah, well, I'll do some of that. True story, true story. Still waiting on the cooking with Phil channel, says Paths. Yeah, here's how you grill chicken. Just, you know, you just overcook it a little bit too much. You put salt and pepper on it, and then you cook it till it's done. There you go. Here's how to make a steak. First of all, you put it on the grill. On high, max setting. Cook it for 14 minutes on each side. Sorry, sometimes I try to joke and I can't get it out. I can't do it. "14 minutes on each side." Never heard of this place in Detroit, Swish. No. Tom's Bean House or something? No, I've never heard of that. Jewelers, Zach Room Shield with deflecting. Come on. Mid runeward for Berserker Barb. I don't know how mid you're talking about. Usually it's like Oath is a pretty common one. Yeah, see Bangle. Hit you with the Oath. That's probably the most middest, bestest one, so. Why am I IDing Javs? So, the Javs that are specific to Amazons, it doesn't matter much because on single player, besides the fact that it would be like hype to find, because I wouldn't really use them necessarily, but you can get javelins that'll get 6 to javelin and spear skills with 40 increased attack speed with insane luck. I've never found them before. So, Team America World Police, exactly. That's exactly what that movie that. Oh shoot, that's exactly what that was. Oh, I think it was right after that part where she's like, "Oh, I can't get too attached because what if something happens to you? When someone I love dies on me, I can't handle it." And he's like, "I can't promise you I'll never die." And then she's like, "If you can promise me you'll never die, I'll sleep with you tonight or something." And he's like, "I will never die." It's so funny. Camille saying, "Hunting griffins, you already got Tyraels and Mangs and Azad. You have no..." Oh my god. One of those people that finds their Tyrael's might before other stuff. True man of culture. Yeah, I just remember the Merc 2 snipe. Jeez. Top 5 movie of all time. Team America World Police, for sure. I literally, the day I never even seen the movie, but I was at, I was going to like community college at the time. I had like some scholarships and like, if I didn't use them, like the money just like poofed. So my parents were like, "You got these scholarship things. You have to go to college and use these." I'm like, "I don't even know." Well, anyways, that's not the important part, but, and yeah, someone was talking about how the movie is so ridiculous and how funny it was. And then it was like Black Friday sale and they had all DVDs on sale for like $2 a piece. So I picked up like 5 of them. One of them was Team America, and I watched it one time and I literally just restarted it as soon as it was done. And then I restarted it again. I watched it 3 times the first day that I got it. So funny. Maiden javelins, regular javelins. So Mad's Link. It's any of those class specific ones. So, maiden, ceremonial, or matriarchal, I guess. So the actual damage on them doesn't matter much. But yeah, all 3 of those can roll with 640s, I believe. Alien Earth. I've never heard of that one. Nope. Never heard of that one. El Rune. Yeah, forget it. The guy that the guys that did South Park and Beavis and Butthead are our generation's Shakespeare, says Glibberish, right? True story. Did you watch the unrated version? I don't know. There was some pretty messed up stuff in it, so I think so. And I'm pretty sure I know the exact scene that you would first refer to that would have to lead me to believe it was unrated. Advice to farm keys, JLK. I always use like Novasork for doing the Countess and the Summoner. And even like Neolithek. I mean, I'm not great advice. You just have to take them out and get your keys and hope for the best. So farming keys isn't like hard, I guess. It's just something time consuming you got to do. Oh, sorry. I thought I muted the mic. I meant... Hold on a second. I didn't know if my mute button was broken. Sorry about that. I thought I muted the microphone. I didn't mean to blow my nose right in your guys' faces. Extended love scene. Yes, I believe it. I believe it was unrated. The one that and I know. Yeah. On a bone necro, which do you level up next? So next, after you, so you're talking if you were like level like 50 or something. Do you max out the bone spear, and then what do you do next? Whilst you're leveling, you kind of are probably gonna go back and forth, I would guess. I haven't done a necro playthrough in a while, so I'm kind of a little bit on. What do you call it? You know, I'm not up on it exactly what I would want to do at the time, but as you're leveling, you do want to get some points in the corpse explosion to get the radius a little bit, but also you can't use it all the time because it costs so much that, you know, on a playthrough. So you kind of go back and forth. I probably wouldn't get a bazillion points in the corpse explosion on the playthrough with like a bone spear necromancer. What time we got here? 51. We'll do a couple, maybe one or two more, and then I'll make sure I got everything set up for the TZ Andy, because you don't want to waste any time on that one. You want to rock and roll that. Corpse explosion, the biz. It is nasty, that's for sure. Just nasty. Boo Torque. Ghost Undead, welcome in. Yeah, Frost. Yeah, I'm well aware. Yeah. Yep. That is the one I have. Snipes says still doesn't have a nature's piece for Neolithek. Yeah, as long as you kind of stay back. What I'll do for Neolithek too is I like imagine his pack and his monsters are right here. I'll teleport right next to us so my mercenary starts fighting him, and then I'll run far back like this and start blasting. Anyways, I started blasting. And that way the corpse explosions don't hit you. Yeah. Oh! Thanks a lot, chat. You just took Galzar out for me. So yeah, I'll do Neolithek all the time without Nature's Peace. I mean, if you're doing like Novasork, you definitely would want to have like a Nature's Peace on or something, or a Frenzy Barb. But if you're using like Lightning or what other kind of dealios, I do actually all the time with a Summon Necro or any of the Necros. Stand back and start corpse exploding everything, you know. So.
Sun-Free Ardaddy donated 331 euros and 81 cents through Super Chat. Thanks for remaining loyal to Diablo 2. Keep on slaying, Phil. Love you, gesture.
What?
Greetings.
Holy smokes. Thunder Daddy coming in with a huge, massive, legendary super chat. Holy smokes. Hot flash real quick. Thank you so much for the insane generosity. Thunder Daddy. Holy smokes. And keep saying, ooh. Jeez. Jeez. Thank you for the generosity. And yeah, no need to thank me. Thank you for the super chat. And thanks for watching the stream. Thanks for watching the videos. Poggers legend. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Crazy. I honestly, I want to thank you even more, but I don't know what else to say. I'm not good with these word things, but thank you so much once again for the generosity. No, euros, yeah, I think that is even in American dollars. Like, I think €1 is worth like $1.50 or something, so that's insane. I'm not an expert on conversions here, so. To the roof fund, exactly. Yeah, yeah. True story on that on the roof fund. I do need to. I have to get more. I want to get at least one more quote for my roof before I pick who's going to do it. Ash came back from Europe last week. Nice. Little vacay, sounds like. Congrats. What's up with your roof? It's old as bleep. It's not leaking or anything, but I mean, it gets to a point where, you know, there's like, what do you even call it? Like bald spots on the shingles and stuff where all the rocks are gone. And you can start to like see even like little fibers, and you're like, that's not good. Like when you start to, that's when like the water starts soaking into the shingles and stuff. Like, yeah. Vidalia snare, quite rare. Ooh, right? Filthy gutturals. Ooh. Legendary name. Holy smokes. Took a break from D2, back now, and it feels great to watch your content. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Filthy gutturals. I'm not really good at it. I just do it, but I'm not actually good at it. It's a pretty sick name. Jeezy just got the roof replaced. Oh, orange glow. Gotta watch out. Luckily, we had some hail damage. Insurance covered it. Yeah, we didn't get hit by hail recently. Luckily, we had a bunch of hail damage. Granular loss, Barthemus says. Yeah. Oh, I gotta go ahead and... Let me hop over and see. Oh, you know what? I already know for a fact I need to send the Infinity and stuff back over to my Sorceress, so. Best Sorc skill to kill Andy fast. There's some options, but you're going to see what I use here in a second. You click the meteor, so you drop a meteor first, and then you static, and then you start blasting fireballs. That's, in my experience, the fastest, bestest, most awesomest way. Andariel has a very low resistance to fire relative to other stuff, so... I forget what the numbers actually are, but her fire res is much worse than the other stuff, so... Varthemus. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm rocking. Talset Fireball. There's probably other things you could do, you know, like a Phoenix Fireballer and stuff, but I set it up this way because there's no other build in the game, generally, that you use a full Talset on except for Sorceress, so I'll never have to transfer this stuff off of this character. All this Tal stuff, it can just be here forever. And I have enough SOJs that I don't have to transfer those. I have enough 7MS small charms, I never have to transfer these. I have like multiple characters full of 7MS small charms on single player. Pretty crazy, I know, right? But yeah. And I have a bad call to arms that I have over here too. Because I've made a couple of them then. I wish I had a little bit better map. It's not bad, it's good. But I literally re-rolled maps for like... Oh yeah, this is on Players 3, I forgot. I was like, that was even fast for what I was thinking it would be. From what I remember. Minus 60, Varthemus says 50, 60, a few different people say. It's something like that, yeah. Industrial Roofer Roger says, my house's roof is bulletproof. Yeah, I am not a roofer. I've never replaced... Well, I helped on a team of like 7 guys replace a roof on a small garage one time. But I've never worked in roofing or anything like that, and I've never really, you know, so... And I've never had to replace a roof on a house. This is the first house I've ever owned, so... I've had it for probably almost 10 years now, actually. But, yeah. Yeah, tech word. I'm actually having, I am having them add extra roof vents and stuff, actually. Both the two companies I talked to so far, and anyone I talk to, I tell them I want to add extra, you know, ventilation and stuff. Missed a Grand Charm? Not possible. No, I miss stuff like that all the time. Or, I don't try to. I mean, I try to pick them up in IDM, but yeah. Sometimes I get talking and I'm not paying attention enough, and yeah. Oopsie. Indica says he rocks the Enigma along with Phoenix for his Fireballer. Yeah, that probably is faster. It probably is mo beta. But I you know, I don't want to have to, I want to transfer as little gear as possible. So that's why I picked this one. I think this is good enough. It is very good. Very, very good. Even though it's not quite as... I got 445 Magic Find, full towels. You know, it is what it is. And it's killing this fast. I have no skillers on the character at all. It's all Magic Find Charms in the inventory. Time for the Tyraels. Let's go! I know, right? And I'm not even going to... I'll ID them, but I'm not even going to worry about going to my stash and transferring them and stuff. Gotta save the time. Going pretty good, Santiago. Welcome in. Roofing in the summer heat makes you feel 60 by lunch. Yeah, I would not want to do that. I'm gonna be sitting inside my air conditioning roof while I hear dunk 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 on my roof while they're redoing it. Whoever's doing it, that's for sure. I'll be sitting down here like in a sweatpants and a hoodie because I'm too cold. Oh, another Geeds. It's the second one today. See how good we get. Perfect. Perfect reduced vendor price, at least, I suppose, huh? At least. Player count affect TZ drops. Sort of. The higher the player's count, the more likely... So Andy can drop 6 items, maximum. So the higher the player's count, each individual slot, we're going to pretend I have 6 fingers. Whatever, you get the point. There's 6 items that can drop. So it rolls the first slot. Is an item going to drop or not? It asks yes or no. So the odds of it saying yes, an item will drop in that slot increases by the player's count. There's a graph and percentages and stuff like that. You could look it up. I made a video about it back in the day. You know, and stuff like that, but no good. But yeah. So on players 1, there's like a 33% chance an item will drop in any particular of the 6 item slots. On players 3, I believe it's something like 62% chance that an item will drop from an individual spot. And on player 7, and I'm talking about offline single player for these percentages. It's a little bit different when you're online, which I can explain why in a second. And on player 7, it's like 83 or something. If you're online, a number of items that will drop differ based upon if there's more people in your area. But quest bug, drop an item in every slot. I don't know. I forget exactly. I know partially with the quest bug, what it does is, like, if you watch this, you see how it was item, 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 and you don't see, like, if she's quest bugged, which she is all the time now, she won't drop any bolts. She won't drop, you won't see it around here, but she won't drop, like, a cracked War Sith, you know, that's white. She won't drop, like, stamina potions. It's always items. So if an item drops, then it has a more chance of it being a good item, you know what I'm saying? Instead of, or an item, when I say an item, I mean like a, you know what I'm saying? I hope anyways. Because if I switch this, like when I ran it on players 3 earlier, and I was like, oh, she didn't, I was like, oh yeah, that's how I realized it wasn't on player 7, because she only dropped 4 items. Which is possible on players 7 like this, but it's much less likely to happen. Like right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So most of the time you're going to get an item in each spot. So we flat it again. Oh yeah. Mike says he does P8 on his pally, never gets anything. Oof. Unfortunate. Yeah, pally should be fine. You could have plenty of magic fine. Kills fast enough if you're talking a hammer, and I'm assuming you are. All this stuff. Reset. Big William, welcome in. Yo, yo. That Durials could be F. I didn't even see a Durial show. Drop, actually. I guess I'm blind. I didn't even see a Curus armor, whatever it's called. However you pronounce that. Oh my gosh. He just got annihilated. Have you thought about controlling time on your computer to get the Terror Zone you want? Not really, no. That's not, like, it's too over the top to where I would consider that not legit. I do utilize, like, being able to respec anytime I want to. Some people have said, oh, that's not legit. You're like, I don't know how serious they were. You know, you never know if someone's joking around or not, but people saying, like, your Holy Grail isn't even actually legit because you every time you want to respec, you should have to farm up a token and stuff like that. And I'm like, disagree. But yeah, to be honest, to farm up this to get the things to make a token, it's literally almost faster just to start a new character. Like, legit. Like farming Bale essences, and then you do like 30 Bale runs, get no essence, and you're just like, oh my god. Fanaticized Andy, scary. Could be, man. 6 items, all low level stuff, but we gotta keep going. Anton, how can you respec anytime you want to? If you want to see a video I made about it, exclamation respec. Or the short of it is on PC specifically, you can put in what's called a command line prompt in the BattleNet launcher that allows you to, well, respec infinitely. You just type in -enable respec in a particular location in the BattleNet launcher, and then you start the game and bing bang boom. But yeah, it only works for PC. I did see that bone weave, but I just didn't feel like it, to be honest. I just didn't feel like it. You're talking about a socketed bone weave, right? Just didn't feel like it. Don't forget YouTube. Hit that like button for me. We got, between Twitch and YouTube, over 3 hundo hanging out today. Appreciate y'all joining me. All y'all legends. Only a perfect Tyrell's drop. Yeah, if it's not a unique Sacred Armor, I'm not picking it up from now on. JK. What players should you go farm TZ Andy on? If you can, you kind of want to do 7. If you're on a single player, if you do players 3, that's good too. Players 1 to players 3 is you will literally double your drops. But then going from players 3 to even players 7, it's only like a 30% increase in the number of items it'll drop. I'm not good at maths, but so those are very rough numbers, and they're probably off a little bit if you get what I'm saying, but... Oh good, I was like, did I put that stuff in the shared stash and not bring it to my character? Smolp says a lot of Slayas today. Yeah. A lot of like button hits today is what we could get from that, right? We got 81. Wait, there's 250 people in here and there's 81 likes on the stream. I'm about to just save an egg. I'm about to hop out right now. Come on, fellas, hit that like button for me. I'm not really leaving. I ain't going nowhere. But you gotta hit that like button for me on YouTube. 250 people. We should have at least 250 likes, right? SOJ, boom! Oh. I heard a charm. Oh, large charm. Gross. Chico. Borowski, congrats on that. Agrod. Rockin' P3, got his Griffins. Yeah, players 3 is you know, like I said, players 3 is fine for most people. If I could do players 3, but I could kill Andy twice as fast as on player 7, I would do players 3, you know. But considering the speed, it's about the same at, I have like insane gear, so. Oh, Allie saying, I'm in the middle of doing my Andy runs. Can't take the time to hit the like button right now. We'll get it later. I guess I'm picking up Shalane down. I'm picking up Shalane down. John Simo. Did I hear a rune drop? I thought I heard that very distinct rune dropping sound. I don't see one though. Okay. Can you get a John P3? Oh yeah. Yeah. You can find any runes on any difficulty. It's kind of similar to the stuff I was explaining earlier. The higher the players count, it just gives a better chance for any item to drop off of a monster. Like you can't pick. It could be a potion, it could be a winged helm. That's a, you know, set piece, it could be gold, it could be a lot of different things. But the more likely an item will drop, then the item randomly rolls. You get a gamble to what it will be. So it just gives more chances for it to accidentally roll as a Jaw, so. How do you zoom in on a character? For me, it's the letter F. I don't know if I made it that or if that's what it inherently is, but it's the letter F on your keyboard. That way, it shrinks the screen down, so that, because like no matter what, I think it's isn't it like there's a certain number of items that can display on screen, regardless of the amount of room the items take up. I don't know if it's 40, 50, I forget what the number is. But then if you zoom in, it like blocks the items out that are on the edge, so then you can, you know, it shrinks the area, but it can still display the same number of names. So, but yeah. 35, someone heard? Could be. Six items. Not the greatest stuff, but CV, don't feel like it. Oh, let's see. Most desired Pally base. I would trust Bangle there. That sounds about right. Parge, then Rondash, you say? Ooh, amulet. Interesting. War pike, war axe. Cruel Colossus sort of quickness. That'd be so nasty. Okay, let's identify. They're both 2 perfect Maras. Oh. Yeah, I know they both can't actually be Maras. It was a joke. Go! And he just dropped you in LK armor, or IK armor? Oof. According to the internet, kill time is the most important when it comes to rune hunting, so wouldn't it be better to lower players count health? Kill speed just inherently, it's true and not true. So we'll use offline single player because that's the easiest way. That way it never changes. Just it's easier to explain this way. What is this again? Oh yeah. 4 to foe, 6 to holy bolt. It's kind of an interesting one, yeah. 4 to light radius. Ooh. Yeah, we'll check it. So on P1, like I was saying, and I'm gonna round the numbers to more even numbers just to make it easier to explain. So we'll say players 1 is 30% chance that an item will drop from a monster, and player 7 is 90. So if you're on P1, you have to kill the monsters 3 times as fast as on player 7 to have the exact same statistical amount of runes to drop in the same amount of time. So it depends. There becomes a diminishing return on how fast you can go based upon how fast you can kill monsters, because a lot of your time is going to be taken up by this. Saving and exiting, running through town, teleporting from pack to pack. Like, no matter how fast you kill, like, your teleport speed at the 105 breakpoint is never going to change. Your saving and exiting is going to be static. It's going to take the same amount of time. So there really is a lot of factors that kind of go into it, but if your overall run time, so you kind of got to look at it that way. So it is true that your kill speed is kind of like the quote-unquote most important. It's a very, very, very important factor in how many runes you'll find. So yeah. Degenerate cheesy Andy, hell yeah! Viv, what's going on with the let's go! Love to hear it. Ethereal Chance Guards. Well, at least it's not the, you know, at least it's not the dreaded Ethereal Griffins dropped or something, huh? The Warpike can make a fine Iron Golem. Yeah, I generally always do insights on the Iron Golems, eh? Personally. Ogre will identify that. Wait, can rare shillelaghs roll with enhanced damage? I don't think they can. I wish they could, though. Imagine like a ethereal shillelagh that was, you know, because they can roll like up to like 400 ED. Ethereal repair. God, how sick. Can't get over this at stuff. I know it's so, the at thing is annoying. It's not as annoying as, make sure everybody up at the top, there's a little drop down that says live stream and then it says something else. Make sure it says live stream and not preferred stream or whatever the other thing is. Because then it blocks out 50% of the chat for you automatically. CDI, welcome in. Oh man, a bunch of uniques, but they're all not great. Not stuff that I need. Banned from top chat. Yeah, that top chat thing is weird. It just, like, D2R Degenerate here. For some reason, he is just 100% completely banned. Like, if I opened the top chat thing for some reason, I don't even know what the purpose, like, it makes no sense, but it just completely blocks out 100% of his comments, no matter what, for some reason. It's so weird. Oh, my Merc's gone. My Mercenary's gone. How about that? The Ward. First, I assume it's supposed to be the, but spelled a little backwards, but first, Viper Magi. Ethereal, unfortunate. Andy Britton saying he's that way too. It's so weird. What's the point of having a feature that just permanently permablocks people for no reason? Like, that's so weird. Makes no sense. Tara's Andy insane. True story. I'll take it though. I'll take it though, because I need a Tyrell's Might like 2 years ago. So, Chamroon, Dr. John, good old Cham. Congrats on that. That's rude. Don't say that, Andy. I don't even care what the other one. Get out of here. No love for rare claws either. I guess I only pick up the one type. What is it? I know it when I see it. I don't pick up some of the other claws. It's one of those things too that, like, you know how you don't see stuff when you're not really looking for it? Like, have you ever seen that picture where someone hands it to you and it's like, what do you see in this picture? And you're like, it's a rabbit. And they're like, no, it's a lady. And then you're looking at it and you're like, I don't see what you're talking about. I just don't see it. Because you've seen what you've seen and you didn't know. And then they, like, turn the picture and they're like, oh, yeah. Dang it, my mercenary died again. Or, like, somebody hands you a picture and you're like, what do you see in this picture of the side of a mountain? And you're like, nothing. And they're like, no, actually, there's a snow leopard right there. And then you're like, oh, I see it now. Because, you know, that's kind of what happens with a lot of stuff, like small charms and claws and things like that. I just don't, I'm not really looking for them, so I don't, like, see them. But yeah. You never use 2 to 3 slot potions, swap them to ID scrolls, get 2 more small chimes. I don't know if I need to min-max that much for 14 more MF, but I use ID scrolls like all the time for things like shaft stops. Man, earlier I found the vamp gaze and now a shaft stop. Just like I'm halfway to getting my Javazon from 2002 back. You know what I'm saying? Shaft stop's a cool one. Oh, little white. If I had those two more small chimes, maybe that'd be unique, huh? Make sure I'm not missing anything. I actually ID a lot of stuff, especially for you know, because since I make drop highlight videos, make clip highlights. Blue Chaco. Perfect Fire Sunday. Not too bad, Varthmas. There you go. Don't forget YouTube, if you get a chance, hit that like button for me. Help a brother out. Fine, not ethereal. JV saying Nightmare Andy drops Viper Magi's like crazy, huh? I know I've definitely found, I can remember finding it before when I was hunting SOJs, but I don't remember how many I found. I do remember it was crazy the first time I made a video, you know, because it ended up taking so long to find my SOJ back in the day. I found 5 Talzamis before I got an SOJ from Nightmare Andy. And come to find out, the SOJ, or the Talzami, I believe anyways, is less common than the SOJ. Like, I don't remember the numbers, but I think I remember looking it up, and the Talzami from Nightmare Andy is actually less common. But I found 5 of them. That's some sweet fill luck for you, I'll tell you what. Perfect ethereal shaft stop not that long ago. Yeah, that's crazy. Perfect ethereal shaft stop. I know those are worth quite a few runes online. That was one of the things my buddy, he was more into Diablo 2 than I was when I first started my channel. But then he met a girl and she made him stop playing video games. Like literally forced him to, like, I used to play with him like right towards the end when he stopped talking to everybody. He ghosted everybody he knew. But it would be like 11:30 at night, and he'd be talking real quiet like this. Like I'd be in like the chat or some chat thing, talking to him, and he'd be like, "Oh yeah, dude, I just found," and I'm like, "Dude, why are you like whispering?" He's like, "Oh man, if my girlfriend found out I was playing Diablo 2, she'd kill me." I swear to God. And then at one point he's like, "Oh, I gotta go back," and he would just leave. That was like the last time I ever spoke to him. I'm not even joking. That's no way to live. Yeah, well, I don't know what type of voodoo magic this woman had, but he ghosted everybody he ever knew in his life, and he's now married to her, and they have a couple kids, and yeah. Literally every friend he ever had, he ghosted all of them. I was like, geez, I don't know what I did, like why? And then other people be like, hey, when's the last time you talked to this guy? I'm like, it's been years, bro. Like he's like, yeah, he doesn't answer when I text him either. It was just weird. Low rune from Andy, nice. Usually you don't get too many runes from straight off Andara, but it does happen. I've had it happen before. Good old Jewel. Sure he's alive? Yeah. He did, I know he's alive, and I know he has the kids or something, because I just, he never posts anything on Facebook. He was never on Facebook. He was one of those people that's like, everybody, I'm leaving Facebook and I'm going to Parlor. because all these stupid libs and stuff. And then like he'd be back on Facebook like a month later when the website like tanked or whatever. And then he'd be like, all right, I'm going to this other website now because I can't stand these libs. And then, Forward Awake of Inferno. And then he just like kind of dropped off the face of the earth. But like a month ago, after like 5 years of not posting something on Facebook, he posted a picture of him holding a cup. I think he had twins. You know, I'm not sure exactly. I didn't talk to him, but. Lock, yeah, it could be called that maybe. Act 5 line to start at level 33, like in LOD. I don't think so. I did used to do this, though, when I was trying to make content for characters that were, like, mid-level. What I would do is I would type that dash Act 5 into old-school Diablo, like old-school LOD. It would create a character that was level 33 in Act 5, and then I would cut those characters out of the save folder for LOD and paste them into the D2R folder. So then I would have a level 33 character in D2R. But yeah. Sockets for the Tails gear? Probably Topazes is honestly what I would probably put. I don't think I socketed any of the stuff, actually. Yeah, I didn't even socket the stuff. But if I really wanted to min-max, which I probably should, honestly, I would probably put like an Ist in here and then a couple Topazes in there. Get an extra whatever magic find it is. We got an SOJ and another Geeds. Oh my gosh. Another 15 reduced vendor price Geeds anyways. I think 150 is max on gold find too, so that's interesting. So, another Geeds. They're dropping everywhere. And a pretty good Nagel ring, huh? Small charm, I should probably check it. Northeast, right. True story. Pavict, what's going on? Hello. Welcome in. Garrett says, I like Telset over the other stuff. Not really, actually, but what I did is I have this character. I never, ever transfer any gear really off this character. Or pretty much I have this character set up and I leave it this way. So it has almost nothing that I have to transfer to other characters. Oh. In order to play other builds. So Tel set, you never rock like a barbarian with full Tel set, right? So. That's why I went with a Tel Sork for my dedicated TZ Andy Meth farmer. Ooh, a little facet. Is this going to be used for crafting, or am I going to put it in something good? Perfect! Anti-perfect. Poison. Gross. Guess I'm using it for crafting. Guess we'll grab the tail rune, too. For crafting. Kind of balanced, even. It's nice. Yeah, it is. It's a great set, to be straight up. Is that like Oeka, or is that like a 0 supposed to be a D? Like your name's Deca, by the way. But anyways, says, found some nice tri-res boots. Nice. What can you craft with facets? So facets, you can actually just use them as like a junk jewel for crafting caster amulets or whatever you want to do. So you don't craft like something got like specifically you use facets to specifically craft something, you know what I mean? You just use it in the recipe to make anything, yeah. It's more or less just a funny thing to do. Especially considering when I craft, I don't even show that in my videos, so. Oh, it's only been a half hour? I'm only halfway through. Let's go. We got this Tyrell's Might on lock. On lock, bro. What I'm going to socket in the Tyraels? Probably a chipped diamond. That's just gibberish? Okay. Okay. Zod it for double indestructible. If you made something double indestructible, would it be super destructible then, or would it be, I don't know. Is that like a double negative, or? Amulet. Put a hell rune in the materials. Doesn't it have 100% reduced like requirements or something like that on it? Are you sure though? Oh. Sorry, I forgot to unplug my phone earlier when I was doing my little gimmick about playing cell phone games. Does Whirlwind benefit from a Faith Bow's Mercenary's aura? Faith? So Faith is fanaticism, right? Got a bone knife. I think it can, yeah. Just, I don't know why I thought I was missing some there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it can help you. Fanaticism has a damage boost too. And then I think with increased attack speed boost, your Whirlwind can hit more often sometimes at certain breakpoints or something. So I think so. I don't ever rock an Act 2 Merc or an Act 1 Mercenary though with, well, really anything. I feel like, could be wrong, I feel like the Might Aura on Act 2 Mercenary is just clutch. So that's generally what I go with, but I'm not really a melee expert, we'll say, because the whatchamacallit is too greatly awesome. Is lightsabers good? Not really, not really. Lightsabers can work just because they have ignore target defense, so you don't have to worry about attack rating on the regular white named monsters. So you can hit every time. Just hit. But you can do some stuff with just rocking lightsabers, but I wouldn't call it like really good. The first time I farmed Ubers, I used 2 lightsabers, so. How do you default to hell mode? So I'm not actually defaulting to hell mode necessarily. What I do is I use I have a Razer mouse, and it comes with Razer Synapse software, and you can set up what's called a macro, which means if you hit one button, it then, like, the computer tells it to just hit all these other buttons in the order that I tell it to. So, right, I hit the button on the side of my mouse, and it hits the exit key. It hit up twice and then down and then enter instantaneously. And then when it gets back to the main screen, it hits enter to select the top character on your character screen for single player, then hits the H key to go to hell difficulty. And Biv just hit in the video I made from years ago that kind of explains exactly what I got set up. You can set it up without this exact software as well. There's a software called Auto Hotkey that will do the same thing. I don't know exactly how to use it exactly, but you essentially set it up the exact same way. Few different people saying the lightning absorb on lightsaber clutch. Yep. For that Uber Mephisto, just absolutely clutch. Too dumb for all that. I mean, it is absolutely clutch once you get it set up, to be honest. I originally had set it up back in the day because, like now, when you have it set to player 7, it's just set to player 7 forever until you change it. But back in the LOD days, every single time you joined a game, you had to go in and you had to physically type out. Oh, shoot. And there, I misspelled it. Player 7. You had to physically type that out every game. So I set up the auto hotkey to hop in here, save and exit, do all this stuff. It would hop into the game, and then it would type in player 7 and hit enter by itself. That way I didn't have to type it in by like every game. And also a big reason why I set it up too is I'm already like clicking and playing for a long time and doing all these clicks on the mouse and the keyboard. And this saves my hand and wrist so much between games from having to click here, click there. There's like 45 different great benefits to having the macro set up, to be perfectly honest. I never accidentally go to Nightmare if I off-click, or I don't have to, like, you know, go to hit the H. But then if I miss and don't hit the H and accidentally hit a different key and mess something up, you know, I don't have to worry about that. I can read chat while it's saving and exiting. It's like, it's just great. Just great. I've had people tell me that that was cheating too. That my D2 play isn't legit because I use that macro. They're like, oh, he's cheating. He's running a bot. Look at how it saves and exits by itself. He's not even looking at the screen. His hands aren't even touching this. I'm like, come on, guys. Come on, people. You know, the internet, you know. That's just how the internet is. The... Smolp says start over. Yeah. I probably have to start over the whole Holy Grail. Because I did that. Cheater! Yeah, they call me Cheats McPhil. It's actually what they call me. Because I cheat so much. That's why it's been 2 years and I haven't found Tyro's Might, because I'm cheating. I should just find Tyro's Might off stream. Kind of a channel joke because I found my Griffin's Eye. I was hoping to find a Griffin's Eye for like 6 months. I was like, I want to find Griffins. I want to find Griffins. And then I found it off stream. Kind of funny. Steve got his second one this week. A second cham. Crazy. It's been 84 years since I haven't found Tyrion's Might. Exactly. Capania. Oh, there's... I was like, I heard a jewel. Yeah, them green sacred armors, Andy. We hate them. Bone Flame. Ethereal, nice. Pretty rare item. And then to get it ethereal, even more rare. I actually got an ethereal Bone Flame off of an armor rack in the it's actually a Man-Catcher Elite base. It's a little bit rare item. A little bit rare item. Not really that great though. It doesn't have Crushing Blow on it inherently. Poison Explosion on striking is interesting, huh? Very fast. Very, very fast. Viper Fork. Oh, in the Stony Tombs. It came off a weapons rack in the Stony Tombs. I was like, what? Or was it Dark Force Spawn? I don't know. One of the two. I think they're pretty close on rarity. I think. Lenimos took you until Season 9. All you have to do is run P8 Bishibosh with like 600 Magic Find and you could find a Lenimos stash. Normal difficulty Bishi. You can find it in like 60 runs. Good old Griswold's Valor, another green item, is pretty rare. Ooh. Kinda rare. Death Fathom is dope. Wait, did I say Death Fathom? No, I think I said Dark Force Spawn. Maybe I missed a comment up a minute ago. I might have an Ethereal Death Fathom on single player here, actually. I mean, I've been playing so long not finding Tyrell's Might that I've found so much other kind of crazy. Oh boy, I misclicked there and clicked wrong and clicked wrong. This is where you fall into a little bit of a problem when you get a little mixed up and you can't get the fireballs past these guys because you don't have... I don't have a, whatchamacallit on, a Sunday. Oh, got one right there. Look at that. Zero Death Fathom with a facet in it. Ray said he's in Act 4 of Nightmare, rocking a Holy Shock Paladin for a playthrough. Nice. Alright. Come on, Andy. You really... It's been 40 minutes and no Tails Might yet. Let's go! Y'all mixed up. You don't know what to do. Then you turn around. Good old Sublime lyrics, right? That's where you're going at, DMC. I see ya. I see ya.
Let's go.
Oh, Crazy Days Wicked Plumber. Yo, thank you for the 20 gifted Slayerships. Ooh. That was a pretty good one right there. I'm proud of that one. Thank you so much for the generosity once again. Wicked Plumber, the Oprah of gifted memberships. You get a membership. You get a membership. Everybody gets a membership. I think we got to go ahead and hit him with some of those. Bing, bang, boom. Oh, he comes in with 10 more. What? What? Oh, my goodness. Wicked Plumber, thank you for another insane generosity. Thank you for another 10 gifted memberships. We adopted the evil Mario. Get it? Wicked Plumber? It's like an evil plumber. Get it? Thank you so much, Wicked Plumber. Huge W. You know what that means? Tyrael's Might coming. Guaranteed. I guarantee a Tyrael's Might today. I guaranteed it. Guaranteed. Oh man, past my bedtime. It's already 2:40 p.m. Where the all the likes? Great question, G-Stacks. Where are we at? We're real low numbers earlier. What do we get this up to? 140? There's 250 in here, and we're only at 140. Fellas, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, hit that like button on YouTube for me. Can't ban the already banned? You're like, Degenerate's like, he's like half banned. He's half banned. Welcome in, G-Stacks. It's only guaranteed on the old graphics. Oh, I have to hop over here. Gosh, this looks so much worse than the regular old graphics. You will never convince me this does not look worse than the old graphics. It looks so bad. Oh my gosh, I can only do one run. I'm gonna have to switch back. I could ID the antlers and stuff, but I can't do it. It's a thing of beauty, says Smulps. Oh, it automatically jumps out of the old graphics when you save and exit? Interesting. 120 AP, yeah, right. Oh. That was almost as painful on my head as playing Mosaic Assassin. Why did it not? Oh, my hit recovery. I was getting blasted. Bone Visage. M. Venality. Welcome in. It'd be crazy if I did find it on the old graphics. Right? All the haters would be like, oh, it was on the old graphics. I didn't know he was cheating. Never mind. Everyone knows his drop odds are increased on the old graphics. Or they're like, oh, he's playing one of those mods. That's why he's on the old graphics. Can't you see? It's like quadruple drop odds. Hate, 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 hate. It's probably a mod. Yeah, Smurfs knows what's up. Venality. Yeah, shoot a question, yeah. That's what we do. I'll try to catch it. Northeast says the old graphics with glide and stuff were better. Yeah, probably for sure. Yes, you're probably true. Probably accurate. It definitely looked better. The exact reasoning I couldn't swear by, but yeah. Does PD2 look that bad? It does not look like this. No, PD2 looks way better. They did some stuff like shaders this, blah 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 that. I don't know exactly what, but PD2 looks even a little bit better than the old graphics did on LOD. And then for LOD, I even had, when I used to play LOD, it was called, I don't know if it was called this, but essentially it was an HD widescreen mod that made Diablo 2, like, it wasn't the size of your full monitor, but instead of it being like 600 by 800 in the middle of your screen, it was like, it was the width proportionally of like 1080, you know what I'm saying? So, and it smooths some stuff out and stuff, and PD2s are even better than that, but they're not this good. They don't look like anything close to as good as D2R. I forgot which city your real name was, but Oeka we'll go with, I suppose. I think there's a mod in D2 where the old graphics are blown to 4K and look great. I've never seen one that was like that. I would be surprised if there was one. For the old school graphics that wasn't just like, I mean, D2R is amazing personally, yeah. And what Smolf says that to you. But there was the one, I believe it was just called HD widescreen mod for Diablo 2. That, yeah. Hard to teleport on old graphics. It doesn't even look like the frame rate is right on the old graphics for D2R. I heard people say this, and it's kind of conspiracy theory, but, you know, it's harmless, so I guess I choose to believe it. It almost seems like they made the Diablo 2 graphics on D2R worse, so that it would look better by comparison, you know what I mean? So when D2R came out, people would be like, whoa, look how bad it used to be. Look at the old graphics and then look at it now. But really, you know what? The character's bigger here. The character's slightly bigger, and then it shrinks. And I never noticed that. Yeah. El Rune. Yeah. Hype, 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 hype. Degenerate says D2R looks like how you remember D2 looking back in the day. Yeah, back in 2000. I don't know about that, but expectations were much lower. Because even when D2 came out, I mean, there was some 3D games that were like around. But I guess it was like, what was that? Like you see a meme of like 3D graphics in 2000, and it's just like a trapezoid with like a picture, like it looks like a picture glued on it, like, and the face is just like a point like this, you know, and the face is like one eye's over here and one eye's like over here, and like that's what we thought good 3D graphics was back in the day. Or worry about that stuff later. Heretic said he's playing on a 32-inch monitor, so it's extra crispy. So 32-inch monitor. Are you talking like an old school? I don't even know what size my monitor is, actually. I think mine's 27. So 32 would be huge, huh? Neos. You got, sounds like a win for us. Congrats. Nick Boggs, shout out to a board game. Legendary. 249. Come on. Boy, been a pretty slow TZ Andy, to be perfectly honest. Pretty slow TZ Andy. Can't win them all, though, huh? All kinds of sets and uniques and stuff, but not any of that rare stuff. Got the high players count. We got a lot of magic find. We do what we can do. Every item is magic finds applying to it, so SOJ! Oh. Oh well. So, finality, endgame gear and progressing. So, you're not going to do LK. You don't like boss farming. So, your option's going to be Andy. Oh, you don't like doing Andy Mephisto. It's going to be 85 areas and terror zones essentially. So, pits, stony tombs, ancient tunnels, chaos sanctuary, stuff like that. That's pretty much the only other thing. Bosses and. You don't like farming. I mean, make rune words. You farm the Countess a little bit. Get your Torch and Annie and stuff like that. Yeah, pretty much 85 areas and whatchamacallit, tear zones. Oh, Trash coming in hot. Coming in hot. Thank you, Trash, for the 5 gifted Slayer ships. Ooh. Appreciate you. Very, very kind of you. Ooh. Fake Tal's armor. Anyone want to trade me for a Tal's armor? Got a Shaco. Pekparowski. First one? First Shaco is huge. That's hype. Are 85 areas and terror zones worse than bosses overall? So 85 area and terror zones, you will find less, like, uniques and stuff, like, less frequently. But you can actually find more and, like, more of the rarest uniques. Like, if you run, like, Andariel and Mephisto, like, you'll knock out, like, Mage Fists and Trang's Gloves and, like, the Shaco and Viper Magi and all those kind of like mid-level uniques that are good and you want to have on all your characters. But Andaro can't drop like Griffin's Eye or D-Web and stuff. Oh, a little Malrune. A little unexpected from TZ Andy, but we take it. We take it. Oh. Yeah, you could rock some cows too. I suppose someone mentioned something about cows. Kind of can pull some, like, hopefully get lucky with runes and rune word bases. What character am oh, never mind, sorry. That's wrong. Wrong question. Yeah, which exact area I'd recommend to farm? I would kind of go with what the question Degenerate's asking you there, like what character are you playing? I would only ever do cows with the Jabazon personally, really. And then, if you're a cold build, Ancient Tunnels or Stony Tombs. If you're a fire build, Stony Tombs. A lot of builds can do the pits. I think there was a Monarch there, wasn't there? A blue Monarch? I think I missed it. Oh well. What level's that? Sorceress. So right here, this character is 99. Single player, offline, 99 Sorceress. Speaking of level 99 Sorceress, YouTube, make sure you guys hit the like button for me. What in the world does it have to do with the 99 Sorceress? Absolutely nothing. That's something for single player? Sort of. It's almost, in a way, you could actually even argue it's easier on single player. Because you don't have to, like, try to find people to play with and make games and stuff like that. You can just log in, start blasting. Also, little known fact. I was actually surprised people didn't know this. If you are the person that kills a monster, you get more experience than the people who are, like, leeching. I don't know the percentage breakdown of what it is, but I think if you're the person that kills the monster, you get like 30 to like 50% more experience than the people that aren't the person that killed that monster that are in your party. Maybe somebody else knows the number or could look it up, but... So on single player, you kill every monster. Of course you do. It's hard to find people to leech off of on offline single player, so... Ooh. It could be considered faster, but you could argue it's slower because your combined kill speed on multiplayer may be faster, so I'm not sure, but I can see the argument going either way. Good old bar tux cutthroat. That's one of those items I'll never forget that because I got called out. Depending on how they rolled with the martial arts skills in the ED, you could either get 1 SOJ and all the way up to like 5 SOJs for one that was like almost perfect back in the day. Back during the SOJ duping days. I didn't dupe, but they were obviously duped up, so they were like not worth a lot. So I literally went into a game and traded some guy 2 SOJs for a Bartuk, and then I created a game, my Bartuks for 3 SOJs. And like 5, and back in the day, the game was so hopping, you'd create a game, and instantly, like, the game would fill up with people trying to trade with you and stuff. And a bunch of guys hopped in, and the guy's like, hey, the first guy hopped in and looked at my Bartuk, and he's like, hey, I just traded you that for 2 SOJs. And I'm like, not my problem, dude. And then another guy was like, Bartuk here, you know, in the chat, and the guy ran over to me. He's like, no, don't trade. I just traded it to him. And the guy traded me. I'm like, thanks for trade. And the guy's like, he started, like, you know, blowing up on me. Not my problem. That sounds like good business to me. Buy low, sell high. I mean, come on. Right? Good old blood. Ooh, couple little things here. Interesting. Good old Cerberus bite. Kind of rare, not greatly used a lot. But look at that beautiful wind hammer right here, too. Ooh, yeah. Couple interesting uniques, anyways. Wish the unique Ogre Maul was better. I wish those twisters on striking work with Whirlwind, They really need to make stuff proc. There's another... See, maybe I'm pro-change guy. They need to make things proc with Whirlwind. G-Stack says, wait, that was you back in 2003 when you did that? Degenerate said the next game was probably Bartux for 4 SOJs. Yeah, well, there was like a, you know, it was just kind of understood that a certain range would sell for this and that, but if it was right at the cusp, like, let's say, like, a 291 ED Bartuk would trade for 4 SOJs. Well, sometimes you could buy a 289 for 3 and then trade it for 4, because people, you know... Hey, what can I say? I'm a professional businessman. TZ goes fast when Andy's up. I know, right? Boy, it's been a little slow. I can't believe I haven't gotten really any super good, like, rare item. I didn't get a Schaefer's hammer or a, you know, D-Web or anything, Griffins or anything like that. Just nothing. Unfortunate. Jacob, exploit Bartux farmers. Don't know about that. All I did was simply realize the full potential of the Bartuk. Good old bone knife, another Sunday. Perfect! Oh! Perfect fire Sunday. Let's go! We gotta go quick. I only got like 1 minute though. So... Says the guy who found Windhammer. Well, Windhammer is not really like a quote-unquote great item, really. It is an Ogre Maul, so I mean, it is legendary, but yeah, I already have like a half dozen Perfect Fire Sundays because they drop so often, so don't really need it. Kind of painful, but one of the painful... Oh, hold up. What's it gonna be? Is it gonna be the rare Stormlash, or is it gonna be the other one? The other one? Ah, it is the other one. Little Horizon's Tornado. Still rare, still cool. Still cool to find. Titan's Quest 2, is it worth trying to... I haven't tried it. I'm not much of a quote-unquote gamer. I'm just a Diablo 2 player. Oh, wait. It's worth trying. I can't tell if you're a question or a statement. You do have a question mark. Worded like a statement, though. Dr. John said they made Whirlwind lame because it doesn't proc. I didn't make it. Too slow. Too slow. Wolf Hall on your last run? Yeah, it's the Werebear Barb. It's an interesting one to play. Werebear Barb, the double extra meme build. Oh, man. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Icy Cellar is pretty good. Oh, didn't somebody say that the technically for a super unique or like a place to farm in the game, I think the super unique in the bottom of the Icy Cellar is technically the highest drop chances for Tyrael's Might. Like per kill basis, I mean. Somebody told me that. Which is what's the boss down here? Is it over here? I can't even find it. What a disaster of an area though. Am I right? You can get souls down here and stuff. I don't even remember what it is. Let me see if I can find it. Why am I collecting RALs? Crafting cast amulets. They're nasty. They are nasty. I didn't battle order up, and I think I had the wrong weapon output. Maybe I'll try a couple of them. Nick says peace. All right, yeah, peace out. Let me take him out a few times. This is another reason why it's not the greatest either, because even though on an individual drop basis he might be the highest odds, but getting there and doing it is a disaster. I think he's right here. I think it's... Oh, Snap, Chip, Shatter, yeah. Maybe I should just blast Snap Chip here for a while. Down to 150 items left, Becky says. Or BC? Not sure how to pronounce that. Well, on your way. What's the magic find I got? It's, what was it, 460, I believe? When school start up there? Like 10 days or something like that. I think a fireballer down here is actually... Isn't there no fire immunes down here, maybe? Or... I don't remember. Whoa! Where's my boy Snap Chip? There he is. No Tyrael's Might. Don't forget the evil urn. Ooh, that's where all the good stuff comes from. I don't know why I keep doing that. Nope, just Snap Chip. Oof. Oof. I ain't doing that. That's why you don't do that area that much. Kind of just doing it for the funsies for a minute here, but... Degenerate said your last Grailer left is Death's Fathom? Jeez. I've probably thrown out 5 or 6 Death's Fathoms, to be honest. Because you know, how many Death's Fathoms do you really need, am I right? They had Might, I almost died. This is scary, this is hardcore? No, not hardcore. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I generally don't play hardcore. Don't enjoy it. Don't enjoy the stress. If I want to be stressed, I'll just go look at my mortgage or something. Or go look at my yard and the dead spots in the grass, and I need to take care of the weeds and stuff, and go look at the dirty dishes on the counter, and yeah, anyways. But speaking of, just a quick stream today, 2 hours. I want to hit these terror zones and get that Tyrael's Might. I didn't get it, unfortunately. Well, there's always next stream, because actually there's another TZ Andy tomorrow. What's the crazy terror zone tomorrow? There's something crazy going on tomorrow too, right? We have... That's not what I wanted you to look at. Why did it do that? You're looking at the Twitch chat. Why did it grab that? Weird. It should grab... No. Why is there no... What's going on here? Yes, I can't get it for you. I'm not sure what just happened there. Oh, there's Pits and... Oh, yeah, the Pits and TZ Andy tomorrow. Oh, no, that's today. No, that's tomorrow. Oh, yeah, yeah. So, Pits are at 2. TZ Andy at 3. And then I think I'm actually going to stream for 2 hours there. And actually, honestly, take a break. And come back for Printer Friday later. I think that's the plan. As of right now. I think that's the plan. Does that sound good? 2 separate streams, a break in the middle. I can eat dinner, take a little break and stuff. So, let's go ahead and send y'all to... We'll do a Twitch raid here. I don't do them all the time, but sometimes, you know, sometimes it takes a little too much time. But let's send you to... Jim. Nasium. Speedrunner. Andy speedruns? I don't know what Andy speedruns are. Well, we'll send you over to Gymnasium. Peace out, everybody. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. And if you guys want to keep slaying, I guess you can, you know what I mean? But we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Wait, why does it say rating in 1 minute and 30 seconds? Oh, never mind.